everybody, Jason here, and today on Ghostbusters News, the River of Slime, it is back, but instead of being an amalgamation of bad moods and vibes, it is a must-have Ghostbusters II tribute album. Yeah, if somehow you haven't been following along, this is River of Slime, a brand new release from Shapeshift Records that pays homage to the 1989 Ghostbusters sequel. And we first told you about this back in the summer when pre-orders were first available. And if somehow, for some reason, you did not get a pre-order in, River of Slime, it is going to be restocked later this week, starting Friday, February 17th. Log on to shapeshiftrecords.com, we got a link to them down below in this video's description, and buy yourself a copy of this 2-disc vinyl release. And not only will the vinyl be available, but also a digital download as well. Best yet, for those that grab a digital copy, you're going to get tons of exclusive behind-the-scenes content. We're talking insider information regarding the making of the album, interviews, key art that was used, and this includes some of that 16-bit art that was used in those hype videos that were released last summer. Of course, used to advertise that initial pre-order of River of Slime. Which, by the way, a quick heads up, for this launch, Ghostbusters News, we have teamed up with Shapeshift Records. And at checkout, if you enter code GBNews, you're going to save $5 off that digital download. So again, this Friday, February 17th, log on to Shapeshift Records, grab yourself the physical copy of River of Slime, or the digital download, or I guess you could also double dip. Now switching back to the physical vinyl release, let's go ahead and unbox this. Well, we'll do that here in a second, but first, let's just admire the cover art. It is so amazing. Of course, we've got Lady Liberty there. She's on her voyage to the Manhattan Museum of Art. And I love the color combination here of that psycho-magnotheric pink and that unique green tone that is seen within her torch, and also all the little lights found in the buildings on shore. Turning the album around to the back here, we've got more of that great 16-bit style art. And seriously, this is the Ghostbusters 2 game that we never got. But after seeing what Shapeshift has done here, I mean, I really need. Should also point out that I love the inclusion here of the pneumatic transit sign. Of course, marking this as the area where Ray, Egon, and Winston, they took a little bit of a slime bath in Ghostbusters 2. All right, now taking these out of here, ooh, these look good. So as I already mentioned earlier, this is a dual vinyl disc set. And housing them here on this first record, we've got this Janos Pohal looking individual. Has the glowing eyes there, of course, probably stalking baby Oscar in Dana Barrett's apartment building. And then on the other one here, somebody better go ahead and contact Cheech Marin, because guess what? The Titanic just arrived. This is seriously such great art, and I mean, so creepy. And if we're talking art, I mean, just take a look at this. Included here is this mesmerizing 12 by 24 inch gatefold poster. And there are so many nods here to not only Ghostbusters and the real Ghostbusters, I mean, heck, they even have a juice box for Hi-C Ecto Cooler in this, but really, it is just a strong love letter to the 1980s. We got other films seen there like The Thing, The Terminator, Aliens, a copy of Stephen King's Salem's Lot. We got more of that 16-bit style art there, and I should also make mention that anybody that's buying the digital copy of River of Slime, you will get this gatefold art as a printable file. Now taking a look at the records themselves, you already know that I love this. The first one is cast in a psycho-magnotheric pink, and the other, it is a Slimer green. Now, I don't think I've mentioned it up until this point, but to go along with the whole 16-bit motif, the songs that are on both of these records, they're made to sound like they came, well, out of a video game. And they're reimagined versions of Randy Edelman's Ghostbusters 2 score, and also the majority of tracks from the film soundtrack. In fact, that's exactly what you've been hearing in this video review being played in the background. Right now, we've got the greatest song ever written, Bobby Brown's On Our Own, but let's switch it up a little bit. How about some Flip City? That jam totally took me back again to the Ghostbusters 2 video game that we never got. Let me tell you, this album, it has so much spirit. And when it comes to spirit, some people hear it, some people fear it, some people just won't go near it. But let me tell you, you're gonna wanna go near River of Slime.
Dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it.
Also, it would be criminal to get through this review without playing Run DMC's Ghostbusters Rap. And taking it back to Edelman's score, you're going to hear some familiar tunes, like Venkman's 6th Avenue Strut. Don't judge me on this one because it is a guilty pleasure, the sensitive side of Dana. And after listening to this album like 10 times already, I think the sleeper hit is this one, A Few Friends Save Manhattan. Look, I know when it comes to Ghostbusters stuff, typically I'm always highly optimistic. But when it comes to this release, River of Slime, it's perfect. I cannot imagine how Shapeshift Records, they could have done any better. I mean, from every standpoint, you're talking about the art design from that amazing cover with the Statue of Liberty, the 16-bit art seen on and inside the package and also used in those promotional videos. Of course, those ghoulish, slime-covered records that look just amazing when they're being played and when they're just out on display like you're seeing right here. And those memorable, nostalgia-fueled, yet somehow totally brand new 16-bit style tunes. As someone who is a Ghostbusters collector, obviously, and also somebody who grew up in the 80s and 90s, and as someone whose favorite film is Ghostbusters 2, this check marks every box. Seriously, so good, and as I already said, if you want to grab your very own copy of River of Slime, it's going to be available this Friday, February 17th. The vinyls, they will be limited and they're going to be up for grabs starting at 12 noon Eastern. And as I already mentioned, there is going to be a digital edition available. Tons of extras, tons of bonus content that you are not going to want to miss out on. And if you do grab the digital, be sure to use promo code GBNews. That is going to save you $5 off at checkout, again, on that digital edition. Now, if you don't mind, I've got it blaring here in the Ghostbusters News collection room. Sounds so good, sounds so crisp. As always, be sure to subscribe. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters News, check out our Patreon page. A link to that is down below in this video's description, and we'll see you right back here next time.